Welcome back to the channel. We got to get into this latest episode of Tia getting her groove back. Okay? The layers of mom guilt, and was this episode Christ-like? And is Tia trying to shed that good girl next door and really get on down and get her groove back? Okay? So let's get into it. Now, okay, we see Tia trying to evolve, trying to shake off the divorce, trying to get her groove back, and trying to, I think, pull back and let go of the girl next door look. Now, are we so used to Tia being the girl next door, kind of the goody goody, that now that she's trying to be Tia 2.0, is it possible? Is it too late? And is the world ready for that? Okay? Because it feels like Tia's trying to shed what the world has seen and be who maybe she really is, maybe who she really wants to be. Because in this episode, it was a lot happening. Now, in the beginning, we see her dropping off Cairo to her father, and she has a little bit of a meltdown, which we really didn't see, but we felt. Okay? Now, to me, I thought that maybe the assistant should have stepped in a little bit more with dropping off her daughter. Okay, maybe it's just me, but a lot of times I feel like Sierra is a friend having fun on this show and not an employee. Okay, are you a W-2, 1099? Are you a friend of the show? Okay, because a lot of times I don't see her being an assistant. I see her being a homegirl, having a good time. And I think when it came to Tia having to drop off her daughter and go on this trip, a lot of mom guilt came into play. And there are a lot of women who suffer from mom guilt because their whole identity is tied into their children. Also, at times, they're trying so hard to heal their inner child, hear and heal the things that they didn't get as a child through their children. So if I walk away and do something for me, I'm a bad mother. Okay? Or am I the same mama that I had? Okay? What will my daughter and my child think if I'm not here? Will they survive without me? Yeah, girl, they will. Okay? I'm gonna need y'all to leave them kids at home sometimes and do you. Do something for yourself. This is permission from a therapist to go out there and have a good time. You cannot show up as a great mom at times when you are depleted, when your cup is empty because you've been pouring into your child. But what about you? It is not selfish to say, forget them kids, go and have a good time and do something for yourself. And I think that is just what we saw Tia doing. But the struggle for some women is that they really think about, well, am I a bad mom? I see all these moms on the internet doing all these things with their kids, making it look like they are always with their children, and that is what you should be doing as a mom. And yes, being a mom myself, that is a component of it, but mama gotta have a life too. Okay, them kids are not my entire life. My identity is not tied to me being a mom. Yes, that is one component of who I am, but me as a person, me as a woman, is something else. Okay, I'm a mom, but I'm also a human being who needs time to myself to regroup, replenish, and be with my friends and just be around adults. And we don't talk enough about how mothers are surrounded by other mothers, putting them down, making them feel like if they choose themselves, you are a bad mother. You ain't. Okay, you a better mama, okay? Because you recognize I need time for myself. I'm depleted. You can't pour into your kids if you are depleted. They don't get the edgy mama, the irritable mama, the mama who gonna snap, the mama who having breakdowns in front of them, okay? And all the stress and things that she's going through, you're yelling at your kids, you're snappy, they don't want to be around you because you feel like you can't take time for yourself, or you have been conditioned that it is wrong for you to take time for yourself and think about me. Girl, think about you. You left that when you had them kids. No, you did not. There is balance. And I feel like as me personally, as I have gotten older and my kids have gotten more independent, it gets easier over time. It gets easier to leave them kids at home, drop them off with a friend, a family member, and just take some time for yourself. I want to encourage you this week to, when you drop your kids off at school or something, when they go to bed, even taking a little bit, 15 minutes to yourself. Don't go start folding clothes. Don't go wash them dishes. Don't pack them lunches. Do something for yourself. It is okay. And so we see Tia over time through Jerome and other people. She has a meltdown, which we didn't see on camera. Okay. After she drops Kyra off, you can tell the transition between the weekends with him, her being with the father, things like that. That's all consuming her. And I kind of felt like her being late for the trip was also a little bit of production. We need some drama. We need to do some things, okay? Because once again, your assistant, shouldn't she know where the plane is going? When it's taking off, what time you got to be there? Instead of you driving yourself, let's get you a car. A car gonna pull up and pick you up and take you to the airport. Okay, Sierra, what are you doing, girl? Okay, because this should have never happened. That's why I really wonder: is it Sierra or is it some production manipulating to get some kind of drama happening with this trip? Because they need something. Because this show is not filled with a lot of drama, so it feels like here and there's some manipulation. But I think it kind of felt like some manipulation from production. Also, when they went to that little XES toy store, also kind of felt like, I don't want to say it was manipulation, but maybe Tia was not ready to be on camera in an XES store with these girls looking at videos, little toys and things you can use in the bedroom. So how about we have them go do it and I'll just be on the phone so we can still have the scene, but I'm not going to be there with them because I ain't ready for all that. I think Tia's still trying to balance this Christian lifestyle that she has grown up in and who she really wants to be. And you see over and over again that her family is very much Christian based, very much into religion. And I think Tia is not there anymore. And we saw her during the pandemic try and become more of a woman, dress a little bit more, I wouldn't say scantily clad, but show a little bit more skin. And y'all remember, I don't know if y'all do, but when she first started kind of dressing a little bit with the shorter skirts, showing more skin, dressing a little bit edgier with the braids, okay, not just wearing her little curly haircut, okay, that's when there's a lot of backlash about her. What is Tia doing? This is not the Tia we remember. This is not the Tia I want. So there's still a lot of her trying to become Tia 2.0 post-divorce amongst the cameras because everyone is so used to a certain version of her and a version of her sister that they're often compared because they're twins, because we've always seen them together, but they're vastly different people, okay? So she finally gets to Vegas, and in the beginning I'm like, is this a Tia trip or is this a friend trip with all the other girls, okay? Because it kind of took Tia a long time to get there, and Vegas is only an hour, so if you missed the first, PJ, you couldn't went on the next PJ, all right? So something didn't really make sense there, but she gets there, and it was interesting to see them in the car, and Sierra's being Sierra, drinking her little cup that they had to blur out, but they didn't blur out the inflatable peens, okay? But they blurred out her peen cup, okay? I was like, what are we doing here? All right. But Tia has some drinks, she has some shots, and she loosens up, okay, as we see. And she starts to have a good old time, y'all, after some shots and some wine and some food up in her. And that's when the party really gets cracking. And I'm still wondering, where the old friends at? Okay, I know Natasha's a friend from back in the day, but where the other ones at? Okay, the ones who are more your age, the ones who know Tia before this TV show, the ones who have known Tia more than 2 years, because we got a new friend here who's known Tia 2 years, okay? I still want to see the older people. I want to see the crew that really knows you beyond when you met Corey. I want to know the background, those people, the people we saw in her first TV show, where the friends at, okay? Now, I remember, no offense, but I remember in the other show, it was a white girl that you and your sister was friends with for a very long time. I can't remember her name, but where's she at? Okay, because she really know you, all right? So they're having a good old time. The girls decided to surprise her and go see the Magic Mike show. And at that time, I could tell Tia was faded. Okay, she had lots of shots. She enjoying herself, and a little man comes over, not so little, and gives her a little bit of a dancey dance. Okay, so much so her shoe flew off. Now you know you're having a good old time when the shoe is just like flopping off, mind his own business. Like, oh, we not even on your foot no more, girl, because you didn't kicked us off and your legs all up in the sky. And you are enjoying yourself. And it was good to see her just really having a good time living for Tia. Okay, this trip to me just represents a rebirth in her trying to shed what other people want her to be and what other people have associated her to be. Okay, and on this trip, you see them just having a jolly old time, right? It's almost like Tia forgot she had a meltdown. But moms need more outlets. Sometimes you are surrounded by other moms who are supposed to be your friend, but they're making you feel bad about living your life, having a good time, doing some of the things Tia's doing. And I can't wait because I'm sure there's going to be a lot of videos out there saying that Tia is a bad mom. She's a bad Christian. How could she be behaving like this? Okay. Even though a lot of people wish they can be doing what she's doing, wishing that they could be doing and getting roles, living her life free. Okay. Liberation. Tia is in her liberation era. And it's starting to feel like she's caring less about what people think about her, less about people pleasing, and more about pleasing myself. Okay, now I want to see her get a little bit more comfortable with talking about intimacy. I want to see her talk a little, get more comfortable with her body, get more comfortable and not so like, guys, we can't talk about peen. We can't talk about penis. Guys, girl, how old are you? Like 45? Okay, you kept your man, what, 22 years, 25 years? You must have been doing something, right? Okay, to keep him that long, all right? I know it's uncomfortable to talk about it on TV, but these are also conversations that women have amongst each other. Make it, normalize it. Normalize being in tune with your sexual side at, 45, 46. Let people know, show that it is okay to still love yourself in many different ways. Okay? And that once you turn a certain age, you don't just dry up. Okay? You can still have a good time. You can still enjoy yourself. And you can try new things. But Tia is tiptoeing into the talking about the taboo topics. Okay? And it is, sometimes good that her friends are a little bit younger, a lot younger, because they are bringing that side out of her. But I'm like, it would be nice to see some people who know you. Okay, we saw Jerome, which, I don't think her and Jerome were as close as they putting this out on the show. Okay, but it was a pretty good episode. Tia getting her groove back. Tia 2.0, kicking off her shoes, literally. We see her at the end on stage at Magic Mike with some whipped cream on her chest, getting it licked off. We see the dude put some whipped cream on his chest, and she's starting to lick it off. Okay, Tia is faded. Okay, she is having a good old time. Got some drinks in her. It's good to let loose. And I'm sure once she returns from this trip, she is going to be relaxed, feel a lot better, going into being a mom, this new role, and just live her life. I want to encourage people to live more of their own life on their own terms and stop living for other people. Live in your truth. Live your life. You get one life, and you got to live it the way you want to live it, because you don't want to die and move on to become an ancestor wondering what I could have done to live a better life for myself and not for other people. Now, let me know your thoughts. Was this not Christ-like? Is she not a real Christian? Some of y'all gonna say she a bad mom. How could she do this on TV? Girl, it is 2024, okay? People are doing the most, okay? And having a good time and living their lives, all right? But I will see you guys in the next video. Make sure you like and subscribe. And I will see y'all next time. Peace.